से नहीं चला रही हो, आप क्या कर रहे हैं? हाँ?
How many of you are here from Bengaluru itself?
Okay, let's please welcome our special guest for the evening with a huge round of applause. Akineni Naga Chaitanya, actor and entrepreneur. Welcome to Sadak, Suraksha, Abhiyan by Network 18.
ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತರಾಗಿರಲು ಕಾದಿಹ ಅಮ್ಮನ
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ
Thank you very much, and a huge welcome to all of you. Road safety is not just about the periodical warnings about wearing helmets and doing this and doing that, but something that all of us can incorporate in our daily lives. And we want Chaitanya to talk to us about this.
Thank you all for having me here. Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan, it's such a wonderful cause that's in its 4th year. I think it's a cause that's needed. Road safety, it's a topic that I can go on and on talking about because I love being on the roads. For me, being on the roads is meditative in a way. Whenever I feel stressed, whenever I feel a lot of pressure from work, and whenever I just want to let go, I get into my car or my motorcycle and just drive on the road. Driving on the road, comes with a lot of responsibility. I think at a young age, I was like any of you youngsters out there who wanted to drive fast, feel that adrenaline, feel that excitement. But obviously, you start learning that that's not the way to do it, that there's a space, there is a controlled area to do that. But on the roads, we're not only responsible for our lives, but we're responsible for the lives, other lives on the street as well. Right now, in our country, road safety is looked at like a rule, like you have to do it. I think it needs to become a lifestyle choice. For example, you have priorities in life. You want to go to the gym, or you want to eat a meal at a certain time, or you want to study this, you want to become that. These are things you aspire to do. These become a part of your lifestyle. I think road safety that way needs to be looked at it that way. I'm not sure how many of you, if you're riding a motorcycle and you or a scooter and you went out in the morning and you forgot your helmet, would you go back home to get your helmet? I don't know. But if you forgot your cell phone, or if you forgot something from your handbag or something like that, I'm sure you would go back home to get it, right? So, this needs to happen. This conscious shift in the mentality needs to happen. Because many times we also see a lot of our friends, family, or we read in the paper that this bad accident happened, and they're grieving, and they just wish, because if they had worn a seat belt or worn a helmet or something like that, it could have saved their lives, and that damage or that trauma would not have happened. So, why wait for it to happen? Prevent the cause. Prevention is better than cure. So I believe in that. So apart from that, I think lane discipline also. A lot of people talk about seat belts and helmets and all that, but I think lane discipline is very important. I get when I'm driving on a national highway and I'm in the speed limit, I suddenly see a pedestrian crossing. I'm 1 second close to getting a heart attack. Or also when I'm driving on a highway or on a road, people, slowly swerve off the lane. This causes a lot of accidents. So I think if lane discipline is followed, it not only saves you, but also saves the pedestrian walking on the road.
You have gone beyond acting. You have your own cloud kitchen brands. You also own a racing team in Hyderabad. So, again, has that made you all the more conscious about road safety? What kind of anxiety do you experience when you're driving one of your street cars? And is it really possible to drive one of those cars in, the lanes of Hyderabad?
I love speed, but I will never ever do it on the roads. It's, there are racetracks, there's a place to do that. There's a place for everything where it can be done in a controlled manner, where you can enjoy it to the fullest, and that's where it should be done. So if you love speed, enjoy speed. I'm not saying don't, but do it on a racetrack. On the road, it's not the place for it. And in fact, driving fast, it's it. A lot of people think it's a high, it's an adrenaline, but actually it's not. If you think about it, it's actually anxiety. It causes so much of stress. If any one small mistake happens, just for that 1-2 seconds of joy that you want to experience can lead to so much of other damage. So definitely, speeding on the roads is not worth it.
It's not worth it. That's a good message, Chaitanya. And also that speed is good, but within a closed circuit, not on the roads.
Absolutely. Because even if you see a lot of, I'm sure racing happens on racetracks, but even if you see a lot of these ads of motorsport ads or some automobile ads, that the drivers are doing certain stunts and all that, you'll see this message that says, this has been shot in a closed circuit or performed by a stunt driver. That's for a very specific reason, because it's meant to be enjoyed on a racetrack. For the road, there is a reason why there is a speed limit. It's a very conscious decision to have a speed limit on a road, because when you are in that speed, say a 40 kilometers per hour or an 80 kilometers per hour based on the road, if something suddenly happens, like if an animal crosses the road or if something unexpected happens, you are in a controlled manner to control the vehicle. Like if you apply the brakes at that point of time, you can control the vehicle to bring it to a standstill. But if you are overspeeding, you cannot do it. It's not possible. That's the reason why a speed limit or certain kinds of rules have been designed for the roads. And I definitely urge everyone to follow it.
When it comes to road crash facilities, India is actually among the top countries in the world. And one of the major reasons is speeding. So how would you advise youngsters to get some control over their adrenaline rush, not sort of get carried away in the moment?
I'm just throwing examples out there. Maybe you're stressed at work or you've had a fight at home. You get into the car and you feel if you drive fast, you can sort of escape that feeling. So when we start bringing an emotion to speed, then automatically you probably lose sense of the reality. Don't let your emotional state of mind sort of affect the way you're driving. That also leads to road rage. I've seen that happen a lot, where you're stressed about something and someone, sort of took a wrong turn. It leads to road rage where you want to go after that person or chase that person and, stop them and have a fight with them. It's not going to get you anywhere. That's not the way to do it. So keep the emotional baggage out of, the car or the motorcycle you're driving.
As part of Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan, whether it's for co-users, for pedestrians, for elderly, for children, for everyone, how does one inculcate a sense of empathy on the road?
I think we all have to become one community when we're on the roads. Empathy is something, the second we start thinking about the pedestrian in front of us, or the car or the motorcycle in front of us, to keep that distance, to watch out for themselves, to watch out for us as well. And we start sort of building this community on the road that is a safe place where we're all one family and we have to look out for each other. Once that thought process comes in, I think, that will make a huge difference. It's very similar to like when we are at home and when we are with our family or friends at home, we look out for each other. When someone has a problem, we're trying to understand what their problem is and we're trying to sort it out. And we're trying to show care and love. I think if we sort of translate the same feeling to the road, where we want to show care and love to everyone around us for the sake of their safety and our safety, definitely there will be a huge change on the roads. 1
or 2 tips that you would like to give on staying safe on roads?
Basic things like, of course, everyone would say about wearing your seatbelt, your helmet. I would say lane discipline, to watch out for yourself and the pedestrians. These are 3 things that I would say. Main thing is make safety a lifestyle choice. They're not rules. It has to become a part of your life, your everyday life.
On that note, thank you very much, Chaitanya, for coming on Network 18 Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan, and for giving our audience here a very important message on road safety.
ಇದು ಮನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಗರವ
to have with us today the Police Commissioner of Bengaluru. Please join me in welcoming Shri Simant Kumar Singh. Joining him is Srinivas Alavali, a true champion of Namma Bengaluru and works at the intersection of data and governance to make our public transport and streets safer. Welcome, sir.
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತನೆ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ನಡೆವಾಗ ಇರಬೇಕು ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಓ ಗುರುವೇ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ನಡೆವಾಗ ಇರಬೇಕು ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ.
Could you start with an overview of your biggest pain points when it comes to tackling road safety in Namma Bengaluru?
Population as such in Bengaluru are very law abiding, and we need to just tell them what to do. So, priority of safety on the road is most important. Unfortunately, the number of vehicles are increasing day by day. So, we need to have a policy where youngsters who are sitting here, especially, they take their responsibility on their own. And we find a lot of road rages nowadays. So all those things are there. So priority for safety on the road is most important. And it is very unfortunate to see that number of deaths taking place due to road accidents are far, far more, not only here, all over India or world over. If you compare Indian statistics, the number of casualties, fatalities and injuries are quite high. And so, where is the problem? We are getting new technologies coming, new cars are coming, new roads are coming. Still, this is going for a toss. So, we need to think over.
Now you have quick commerce where you have everything in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. What has that done to road safety in terms of the pressure that it's added? Because these are mainly electric rental scooters without number plates. What measures are you taking to tackle this?
It's a very serious issue because these particular vehicles don't come under the Motor Vehicle Act. They are not governed because the CC is less. They come below the standards which it is required in a Motor Vehicles Act. So we have taken up this issue with the Motor Vehicle Transport Department, and we have found out ways, and we have had series of meeting with the gig workers, because most of you must have seen that they go against the way, they go on the footpaths, they go without helmets. So these are the issues which is a challenge. That's what I told you. Bangalore is full of such challenges. So we have found a way out. What we are doing, the gig workers are the workers who are using these vehicles. But for whom? It is for these companies. So we are tightening the companies. We have told them, look, unless until you have a policy where, okay, you can take it for supply in 10 minutes, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is. But how do you supply? You can't risk the life of a person, both the person who's driving as well as the pedestrian. So we are tightening them, and many cases you must have seen, we are booking cases against them. It's a very serious issue, and they have understood it. They've understood it. We are now in talk with the Transport Department to change the regulations, the standards, and so that they also come under the ambit of the Motor Vehicle Act.
Mr. Srinivas, if I can come to you, the Greater Bengaluru Authority and WRI, your institute, you're working on Suraksha 75, a road safety and junction revamp initiative for major intersections. What's the current status of this project?
The road safety has become a big challenge in Bengaluru. Almost every other day, we lose a pedestrian in our city. The number of pedestrian deaths are very high. This is one of the dark sides of Bengaluru. Similarly, we need support for pedestrian safety. When everyone gets on that, then good things will happen. What Suraksha aims to do is to bring a comprehensive program towards making our streets safer, particularly for the pedestrians. Today, we have about 48 lakh people using the bus and 10 lakh people using the metro. They are all pedestrians. Other than the bus and metro users, also we have lakhs of pedestrians. So how do you make the street safer for pedestrians? This is what Suraksha program is all about. How you engineer your streets changes the behavior of the people. For example, in your house, if you build a lift, will you put walls around the lift to prevent people from falling off the lift, right? That's a design of the lift. If you design a balcony in your apartment, you will put a railing. You will not put a sign saying you may fall off. You actually put a railing, meaning you are designing engineering. Suraksha is about designing and engineering our streets so that the vehicles and pedestrians don't come into conflict. In one of the busiest junctions, we have hundreds of conflict points. Under Hebbal Junction, sir, 100 conflict points where pedestrians and vehicles can come in contact. So Suraksha is trying to redesign that. 75 junctions have been identified based on the worst junctions where the most fatalities are happening. Design drawings have been approved. We're working with traffic police to get approvals. About 25 junctions, the implementation work has started. By the end of this year, 26-27, we are going to complete all 75,
Right.
and 150 more junctions are being added in consultation with the traffic police.
You know, schools during peak hours, especially if you, I mean, whenever Bishop Cotton school closes, you literally can't do anything on that road for the next half an hour because many schools don't allow vehicles inside their compounds. So as a result, parents, schools, they park on the roadsides or they block pavements. How is this being addressed?
Most of the schools, as you told, they don't allow the buses or the auto rickshaws or the cabs which are bringing the children, they don't allow them to enter the campus. But for obvious reasons, I mean, they say that safety is compromised or whatever. But on the other hand, the entire roads get choked. We have had dialogues with these schools. We have had dialogue, but it has not ended in any this thing. We are going to have a strict policy in future, wherein we'll make it compulsory if they have ground. They need to take these vehicles inside during the in the morning and the evening time, because see, it's basically the safety of the school children which is involved, which is of primary importance. So once the vehicles are parked inside the campus, there are many schools. There are many schools which are allowing, which have big campuses and which are allowing buses to go inside. So it's a very this is the area, gray area, where we need to educate our teachers, the management of the school, because enforcing them will lead to friction in the sense that we can enforce it, but there are again, every day, how do we enforce it? We can't put a policeman, everyone at every gate. It is a sense of duty from them also. So we'll import it. We have in our plan, as he said very well, Suraksha, then when traffic police has this in mind, and we are going at it, and this will help both in bringing discipline to the drivers also, school bus drivers especially, because we find many school drivers who are drunk. We have had a lot of cases where they are drunk. Yes, it's a very serious concern. So once they are parked inside, we know their activities, we give them place to rest, we give them place where the vehicle is parked. So this helps us. Naturally, it's a very tricky situation where some schools don't have space. So we'll have to address this it's a very long and elaborate policy measure, wherein police will give their inputs and try to streamline it.
Great. On that note, thank you both very much. Very important message coming in from the Commissioner as well as Srinivas on keeping our roads safe. Thank you very much, sir. Huge round of applause for the police. Coming up next, please welcome the highly talented Pradidhwani Theatre Group.
यमराज, प्रॉब्लम आप नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम तो ये है, ये धरती वाले लोग मतलब ये लोग बोलते हैं कि सेफ्टी जरूरी है, रूल्स को फॉलो करना चाहिए, और जब फॉलो करने की बारी आती है तो बोलते हैं चल 2 मिनट इतना करने से क्या होगा, चल निकल लेते हैं।
मतलब मुझे धरती पर जाना ही होगा।
जी यमराज, आपको सबसे पहले धरती पर जाकर, एंड स्पेशली द सिलिकॉन वैली ऑफ इंडिया, नम बेंगलुरु, आपको जाकर एक ऐसा कैंडिडेट ढूंढना है जो इस कर्तव्य बैंड का हकदार हो।
क्रैश हो गया रे।
हो जाएगा। अब्बा, पुलिस केस हो जाएगी, दूर हटो।
अरे व्हाट, पुलिस इज माय फादर।
एक मिनट, ये आप क्या कर रहे हैं? भाई साहब, आप रील क्यों बना रहे हैं? मैडम, आप फोन में क्या देख रही हैं? आपने पुलिस को फोन किया, आपने एम्बुलेंस बुलाई। अरे पानी लाओ यार,
पानी लाओ।
एक काम करो, इनको साइड में कर देते हैं।
हाँ, साइड में।
अरे साइड में क्या कर रहे हो? पागल हो क्या? प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, पुलिस केस हो जाएगा।
अरे मैडम,
पुलिस केस हो जाएगा।
एक मिनट, चलो भाई, चलो बच्चे, इनको साइड में।
यमराज, हाँ, ये तो अपनी जान पे रिस्क ले रहा है।
नहीं, रिस्क नहीं ले रहा है, ये अपना कर्तव्य निभा रहा है।
मैडम, पुलिस से डर लग रहा है? इंडिया में गुड समैरिटन लॉ है, जिसके तहत अगर कोई इंसान किसी दूसरे इंसान की रास्ते चलते मदद करता है, उसकी जान बचाने में, हॉस्पिटल लेके जाता है, तो पुलिस उसको बेवजह परेशान नहीं कर सकती। हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने तो राहवीर नाम की स्कीम चलाई हुई है, जिसके तहत ऐसा अच्छा काम करने वाले को गवर्नमेंट 25,000 रुपए तक का इनाम दे सकती है।
हमें
कोई बात
उसकी मदद करनी चाहिए
उसकी मदद कीजिए प्लीज
सॉरी भाई
प्लीज टेक हिम टू द हॉस्पिटल
ब्रो लगता है हमें हकदार मिल गया
कर्तव्य बैंड का हकदार मिल गया
मिल गया
कर्तव्य बैंड इसका ही है, शाबाश।
We have an electric performance lined up for you, and this is by Bengaluru's own When Chai Met Toast.
और अपने लिए धड़कन के लिए जीवन के लिए एक वादा